race fans, and welcome once again to the BioTE Cup Series. It's Season 1, race number 11, the Music City 200, coming to you live here on Rice Motorsports TV. But I tell you, we're getting along here in the season, and here at Nashville Superspeedway, and this is our first time coming here this season, and well, we're glad you're here with us. And well, first of all, we want to give a shout out to our sponsors, and that would be BioTE and Georgetown OBGYN. As always, thank you for your support. And let's take a look at some of the race info out there tonight. And boy, it's a little cool out there. 65-degree air temperature. Winds are only 2 miles an hour. Yeah, they're running 65% fuel, and they have 6 sets of tires. The set they start with, plus 5 additional sets. They've got 2 faster pairs, 2 opportunities for a green-white checker for 150 laps around this 1.3-mile facility. And as always, thank you for joining us here on Rice Motorsports TV. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that like button. It helps the league and the broadcast, everything, you know, and and it's completely free. It doesn't cost you a thing. And I tell you, then we got a little bit of time here, so we're going to go ahead and take a moment. Actually, before we take a break for our sponsors, let's take a look at the points as we are right now. Matthew Bettman, he's rolling along with 1859. Kevin Winker, 1618 in third. Kelly Thomas, Riley Hoots, he's our spotlight driver tonight in the 4th position. He's followed by Patrick Hernandez at 5th. James Brosker in the 6th position. Paul Bajanic 7th. Ryan Cruz is 8th. Alan Bledsoe 9th. And Zachary Staten rounds out your top 10. Of course, you look on down and see where your favorite driver is located. And don't forget, we have the link for timing and scoring in the description, so you can see along with, all the a lot of different stats for the different drivers throughout the race. So before we head on down to the track, let's take a quick word to hear from our sponsors. Hey, you're watching the Music City 200 here on Rice Motorsports TV. Today, BioTE is a leading innovator in precision and preventative healthcare. We have translated over 80 years of scientific insight into medical approaches that identify and address imbalances in the production of hormones that occur as the body ages. BioTE is poised as a leader in the health and wellness revolution by offering personalized hormone therapy and high-grade nutraceuticals to people who want to take charge of their health. This is accomplished through personalized and preventative healthcare, made possible with hormone optimization. For more information, scan the QR code on screen or check out the link in the description. Georgetown OBGYN provides complete women's care to the Central Texas area with a focus on patient comfort and satisfaction. Dr. Vincent Sherman, Dr. John Sherman, and Dr. Kelly Monteville look forward to providing you with the excellent care you deserve. They take pride in combining experience you can trust with the most innovative treatments. For more information, click the link in the description below. Okay, folks, we are back, and we still just have under 5 minutes. Let's a lot of the guys are on pit road. There's who is that? That is Joe Nerton down on the track there. And he's actually currently 4th quickest with a 28.956, his personal best time there. And boy, we saw last week that day Hernandez Bledsoe, they were really close on times, and looks like it was repeated that again today. They're running 1, 2, 3 at the moment. Batby passes on the time charts. Oh boy, Joe Nerton, he just about lost that there. That was a pretty nifty little save there. And there's our spotlight driver, Riley Hoots. Currently 5th quickest at 28.987. We'll be keeping an eye on Riley throughout the race. You can always expect him to have a strong run there. Let me see, where is he? I wonder if he's in the chat there at all. I see Riley there. I'm gonna see if he is in Discord or not. See if he has his Discord on. Hey, Riley, Tony in the booth, you got a copy. Hey, man, you ready for Nashville here tonight? 10-4, man. We'll be keeping an eye out on you there tonight, and good luck, buddy. We'll talk to you later. All right, you're on the Kenny Powers, right? Channel? Okay, see you later, buddy. Okay, and he's heading on down on the pit road, and who else is that? I saw Joe Norton. There's Paul Botanic. He is currently in the 9th position, 29,609. Whipping that Bojangles machine around the track. He got just a little bit loose himself coming off the corner there as he races down to turn 1. Trying to find the handle. Oh, and it's getting away from him. And does he save it? Yeah, he does save it. It looks a little slick out there tonight. Let's see, who else is out there? There's Ryan Cruz, 00. He's 10th quickest, 29,774. And right now, you know, they're the only 3 on track at the moment. And I think a lot of guys, they may be happy with their setup. Sometimes, you know, the guys, they go out there and they race, and not race, but they go out there and turn some laps, and they get their get things calibrated the way they want them. You know, it's a fixed setup, so there's not too much you can change there. But between there and then field settings for like your force feedback, amount of force feedback, guys may make small adjustments to things like that from track to track, and a lot of folks may be happy with what they have here at the moment. So we're getting ready to roll down to qualifying. You know, of course, qualifying, they have it's open qualifying, so everybody will be out on track at the same time. So we'll take another quick break before we roll into that, and we'll be right back. You're watching the Music City 200 here on Rice Motorsports TV. Okay, folks, we are back, and the clock has counted down to 0. We're rolling over to the qualifying session, 10 minutes of qualifying, and all the drivers are coming on to pit road. Some folks making their way out, and let's see. Everybody's, there's James Rossiker. And that's the first time I think I've even seen him on track at all, really. And he got in right as they got to qualifying, so he made it. And I think the way iRacing set up anyway, you can enter even through qualifying, but if you miss the qualifying session, then I don't think you can get into the server after the qualifying session is over. I think you do have an opportunity to get in during qualifying. Making his way down the backstretch there. No times on the board just yet. He may be one of the first. Making his way out of turn 4. Let's see what time James gets here as he crosses right. And first time on the board. Well, second time, 29.475. And Bappy might be virtually right behind him. Well, not virtually, but he's actually right behind him. P1, 29.428. Only 0.04 of a second. And he just got bumped to P3. Kevin Winker on provisional pole, 29.225. Our spotlight driver, Riley Hoots, he's in that second position. He just got bumped his personal best right now, 29.227. And boy, man, they're going to be battling. You see Bappy, he got back up to the top there. And this time, boy, it's a full almost half a second quicker than the second place. He really cranked out a fast one there. Winker, he just hit somebody. That might have been Joe Nerton, perhaps. Yeah, I think that was Joe Nerton. So he'd have to, Winker, he might actually come on down and pit and then go back out again in case his car is damaged. And because they do have time to go back out, and plenty of time right now to get back out there. There's Alan Bledsoe, currently 5th quickest, so 29.161. I think Bappy, he's pretty happy with that time. He just parked it. Now Winker, he's on pit road as well, but he did shave a couple of tenths off of that best time. Now only 2 tenths, 0.23. Riley Hoots actually just got bumped by Kevin Winker. Now in the not bumped, but Riley Hoots is in the 4th position, and he's also with just about 3 tenths, 0.28. With that 29.049, he's going out to take another crack at it here. And you can best believe Matthew Bappy is watching those times. If he sees somebody getting close, it would not surprise me if he heads out there again. Like, yeah, I'm going to have to go out there and hit another one. How about Alan Bledsoe? He's drawing in a little closer there. Just a tick under 2 tenths of a second, 0.19. Behind Bappy with that 28.957, and he said, you know what, that's worth another crack here. I'm gonna take another shot at this. Just over 6 minutes to go in open qualifying. Coming around now with the start-finish line, he'll start the timer on this lap right here, and we'll see what he gets here. Let's see what kind of speeds he's getting down the backstretch. Just about 170. Did he hit 180? Yes, I think it was 181. I think it was that I saw him popped out at. And he comes to the stripe. Let's see what his time is. Does he improve his time? And unfortunately, no. 29.088 was that last time. His personal best is a 28.9. So he's going to go around again. So a lot of times the second lap is a little bit quicker. Comes to the stripe, taking another. He just got bumped to 3rd anyway by Patrick Hernandez, and he stays 3rd. He improved his time, new personal best, 28.914. Patrick Hernandez is bumped him though for that P2 position, and just about a tenth off of that 28.888. Let's see if he improves as he crosses the line here, trying to get provisional pole. No, he does not improve his personal time. But that is still rather close. Riley Hoots, he's still in the top 5, 4th quickest at the moment. Let's see, does he move up at all? No, he doesn't improve on his time either. So there's Paul Bajanic, and I think he just, no, he didn't improve his time there. And let's see, Ryan Cruz, the 9th quickest there, 29.882. And there's Kelly Thomas. No time for Kelly at all. This is first time lap here in qualifying. It looks like he just started his first time lap. So we'll see what he gets here. As he races down into turn 3. And see, what kind of time did Kelly get here as he crosses the line? He is 7th quickest, 29.214. And we've got just under 3 minutes to go. Does he improve on his time, Kelly Thomas? And yes, he does. He moves up one position, P6, 29.016. And so as they continue to wrap up qualifying, we're going to go ahead and pause for our national anthem.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Star-Spangled Banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
We are back at North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this .625-mile racetrack. And just as the field comes around turn number 4, the sunshine peeks through, helping warm things here. Bill Elliott leads him down. Benny Parsons on the outside. The green flag flies, and the first Union 400 Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison. Oh, here we go. It's just about to go away. They bump coming out of turn 4. Earnhardt gets the lead. We had just heard from our spotters that Neil Bonnett. Dale Earnhardt is on his last lap. This will be his 24th career win. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400 in North Wilkesboro.
Okay, folks, we are back here for the Music City 200 with the BioTE Cup Series, and the server is just rolled over to the race session. So we should see the cars come out onto pit road. I see a couple of guys starting to come out there now. And they are making their way out, and as they're making their way out onto pit road, let's take a look at that starting grid. And on the pole, we've got Matthew Batby, and starting in that second position will be the number 19, Patrick Hernandez. He's not out on track yet. Alan Bledsoe will be starting in that third position, number 24. And then fourth position, number 5, Riley Hoots, our spotlight driver of the evening. Then starting in the fifth position is number 51, Kevin Winker. Starting in the sixth position, number 28, Kelly Thomas. In the seventh position, number 42, Joe Nerton. Starting eighth, the number 3, James Brossiker. Number 2, Paul Bojanic, starting in the ninth spot. And Ryan Cruz, I think we're still waiting for both Patrick and Ryan to come out on track. So we can't get a close-up of them yet. And once they all get in there, there's Patrick. He made it out. And now we're just waiting for Ryan to get out there. And, boy, we'll be ready to rock and roll here. And, they do have that, I think it's like a 2-minute timer to get ready to race and everything, to get out on pit road before you actually miss the start of the race. And then you have to start from a pit road. So hopefully Ryan, hopefully Ryan gets out there and doesn't miss the start. Hate to see him miss the start of the race. And I don't know, the time is getting close. It's actually over 2 minutes. He might miss the start, folks. They are rolling off. And so unfortunately, Ryan Cruz will indeed miss the start. He'll have to start from pit road. Hopefully he's not having any problem as they make their way off of pit road. I mean, they're right on the tail of that pace car, too. Getting ready for 150 laps here at Nashville Superspeedway. And boy, Batby, he is already nice. You can see it's a small field tonight, so this could be a lot. This could be a lot of green flag running. We'll see what happens. He's already thinking about saving that fuel. Patrick Hernandez, he is ready to go. Alan Bledsoe right there behind him, along with Riley Hoots. So let's see. His car is in, waiting for that green flag.
Green flag, green flag.
We got a green flag, and the Music City 200 is underway. They're racing down to turn 1. Batby leads them in there. There's Hernandez. He went a little wide there, Bledsoe. He's going to take advantage. How about Riley Hoots? And they both straddle the 24, him and Hernandez, as they go into turn 3 and 4. The 24 and 19 get a little close there, but Riley Hoots, he comes out on top right now in that second position. And boy, they better pedal quickly, because Batby, he is already 0.6 of a second away. But Riley Hoots now is securely in that second spot, setting sail now to try to catch that number 9. And I think I just saw Ryan Cruz. You see him, he's literally right in front of the, I think I can see him in the distance in front of your leader. And you can see him on the track map there. Yeah, he's actually technically lost 2 laps from having to start in the pits there. And so he might end up here 3 laps down before too long. There's Matthew Batby, your leader, and you see there's Ryan Cruz up there directly in front of him. He's only like a little over 2 seconds ahead of the number 9. Who's second? Bledsoe and Hernandez. Hernandez fighting to catch back up with the 24. Winker, he's a bit back here in that 5th position. A full second behind the number 19. And, you know, and he might even be doing some strategy here too, folks. He may be trying to just save those tires a little bit, not going on. Oh, and that was Hernandez, got into the wall, and he just does miss Winker. And I think somebody else, I think they went down in the grass. We got some more guys crashing. I think that was it Brossiker? Brossiker in the grass. Oh my goodness. The number 3. And he's continuing, keep rolling here. Got a little bit of rear damage on the car. Yeah, he slid down into the grass. He didn't slide on the pit road, so I think technically he won't get a speeding penalty. Oh man, he's got some engine damage. And that 3 is starting to smoke there. So he's definitely gonna have to come around and burn his faster pair. And I think they have, what is it too fast? Oh no, the engine just blew. And I don't know if you heard that on the broadcast or not. I just heard it let go, and they do have 2 faster pair. Now we got to wonder, does he have it in neutral? Can he make it back to pit road without having to tow in? I think he's losing his momentum. Oh man, terrible luck for the 3. He's not going to be able to get it because he's come crazy right now. He looks like he's coming off of 4, and he's trying to get there. But and I think he's got it in. Does he have it in neutral? He's got it in 3rd gear. He may not have a clutch with which to, you know. But he looks like he still has some power. So he maybe. Oh, he's getting a push. The 42, Joe Norton, is giving him a push down pit road. Trying to see if he'll get there. He was pushing somebody. And let's see, did they make it to the pit box? Yes, they did. And it looks like Rosker, he got that faster pair, got the car fixed there. You know, because Hernandez, he spun too, and so he got his faster pair as well. So let's go back and let me go back and find that, and we'll see exactly. I think it kind of let's see. It started with Hernandez, I believe. And let's see if we can find out exactly where it started. Let's see. Let's go back here with Patrick. Go right to here, and we'll go ahead and roll it from here. Oh, and that's where he slammed into the wall. And now you can see Brosker at the top of the screen now. Hernandez, he's still in trouble. Look at Kevin Winker. Just does get by the 19, and then there comes Brosker. Hernandez is now angling down off the track, and Brosker just does get past him, but now he's in the grass, doesn't have a whole lot of control, and oh no, he might head up to the outside wall, but did he actually hit the outside? I think the rear of his car tapped the wall. Well, he kind of hit it with the right front, and that's where he got his damage, probably the right front and in the right rear, and but that it was sort of a glancing blow, but it was still enough to damage that motor. It was a nice little smack up against the wall there, but he was fortunately able to get it back to pit road and burn one of those 2 faster packs. So he is on track. He's actually showing 1 lap down though. So, but he's still running. And Ryan Cruz, he had lost a lap, but he got the lucky dog, so he got back on the lead lap. And so now he's now it's Brossiker, the only one that's not on the lead lap. Pace car is in. Getting ready to restart. Waiting for that green flag. There we go. Racing once again. Lap number 9. Boy, Riley Hoots is right there, folks. Boy, he is super close. It is like drag racing down into turn 1. Hoots trying to get up there and make an impression on the number 9, Matthew Batby. Batby's got some serious get up and go there, though. He's got Hoots right there with him, though, so far. we'll see if, you know how it is, a driver, he sets a certain tone, a certain pace, and then the question remains, can you live with it? And so we're going to find out if Riley Hoots, our spotlight driver, can do so. That gap now a couple of tenths of a second. But he is rather close. He did say this is one of his favorite tracks. So that's probably a good thing too. Every little bit will help. So this could turn out to be quite interesting. Alan Bledsoe, you know, he was so excited to get on the podium last week, and currently in that third position. Kelly Thomas, not too far behind him in fourth. He's followed by Kevin Winker, and you know, and I think Kevin, he's kind of taking it easy right now because, like I said, being such a small field here tonight, this could turn into some really long green flag runs. Patrick Hernandez, now in that sixth position. I think he restarted at ninth, and he's already picked up 3 spots there. Joe Nerton in that seventh position, being challenged by the 2 there of Paul Bajanek and Ryan Cruz. He's a little bit further back behind them. And, of course, James Brossiger, who's not on the lead lap. He's the only car not on the lead lap, so that puts him in the lucky dog position. And that he continues to lead. That gap is not quite a 0.2 of a second. Riley Hoots, he's hanging in there. He's doing everything he can hang in there to get there. Let's see. Alan Bledsoe, you know, Alan looks like he's he's trying to roll up into the picture here as well. And they're all getting close together here. Alan Bledsoe, he might be liking this track as well. They're all setting a good pace here, you know, and that's probably it. You know, it's a 150 lap race. We're only on lap 15, so this could be a long, grueling race, and definitely could turn into a fuel situation here. They're running the 65% fuel. It'll be interesting to see how well they keep these tires alive as well. Nice big wide track here, Nashville Superspeedway. That gap now almost 0.3 of a second. It gets close there, then it drops down a few hundredths. So I think one could argue that they're just keeping a comfortable distance from the leader, not right on his bumper, but they're got enough space and get air into that grill, and he could be just managing his pace. And just to tell you what, like I've said before, you know, because none of these guys are slouches, but you know, Matthew Batby, give credit where credit is due. Man, he's a hot gun out there, I tell you. And if you can keep pace with him for a good portion of time, that's the thing right there, because he is well known for getting out there and kind of running away a little bit, and he may be pacing himself as well. I would doubt that he's pushing 100% right now, and they probably all know that. They know they've got a long ways to go, and so they're kind of just settling in for a nice long run here. This will be a really neat opportunity. We'll see. Well, look at Patrick Hernandez back there. He's starting to get into the fray as well. Yeah, boy, he is pulling up close on the 24. Alan Bledsoe making a move to that inside and challenging for that third position. He's kind of has it right now. Let's see if he holds on to it as they go into turns 3 and 4. car looks a little better coming off the corner. You know, maybe his tires are up to a better operating temperature now. It might have been a little cold on him at the start of the race, and just because you know he saw it get away from it there, and or he adjusted his line off the corner. That's one thing you definitely have to do. You have to let the track come to you sometimes. Don't necessarily fight it, and give it some time, and it will come to you. And he is coming to the top two there. He is getting right up there with them. Only a couple of tenths behind Riley Hoots now, and they're all just running 1, 2, 3 there. There's Hoots, and he's definitely holding on a couple of tenths behind your leader, Matthew Batby. So these top four, and look, you can see the two groups as well. It's kind of it's sort of three groups, you know, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then 5th place through 7, and then the rest of the pack is 8th, 9th, and 10th. I mean, matter of fact, James Brosker, he may be up in that second pack of cars actually. So it's funny. It kind of reminds you of a situation at like Daytona or something. You'll see different packs of cars. Hernandez now into that second position. Riley Hoots, he's fallen off just a little bit, being challenged by that 24, Alan Bledsoe. Look, Hernandez, he's definitely racing along there. And now it's his turn to get up there, and we'll see if he just rides along behind Batby or tries to make a play to get up front. You know, Batby is so strong. You know, me personally, if I could get up there and hang with him, I think I would just hang with him and just park it right behind him and just race for a while, because you might get a run on him, but if he has to turn up the wick, you better believe that he definitely can. And so now comes, it's a little strategy time here. So they're kind of cruising along, and there's Riley. He was getting challenged by the 24 Alan Bledsoe, and now he's kind of got at least a couple of car lanes, 2 or 3 car lanes between him and the 24 machine. Bledsoe trying to work his way in there once again. And as we go along, you know, we'll see the telltale sign, you know, how these tires hold up on these what I expect to be some long stints here. We got a car on pit road. It's James Brossiker, and oh no, okay, he's down on pit road, and he's not. Oh wow, he missed his hood. When did that happen? So apparently he let's look at the lead. I'm gonna see if I can find that. He crashed somewhere as we watch Batby continue to lead. I think I found it. There's Ryan Cruz. Now he's about to lose that lap again. And I found what happened to James here. Let's roll it back here so we can see. And he might have just been a one car incident here. And here he is racing down the back straight, and he did scrape the wall. It just got away from him again. Oh wow, that was a wicked flip. That's what happened to the hood. Okay, yeah, that was rough night there for Brossiker, and he probably towing back to the pits and most definitely going to have to burn probably his second and final fast repair. So the night not exactly going the way he would like it to go for sure. Batby Hernandez running 1-2 there with Alan Bledsoe. Now they've traded position. Bledsoe now in that 3rd spot. Riley Hoot has fallen back a bit in that 4th position. And he still has everybody say, boy, he can see the 2 leaders though. They're like half a straightaway up ahead of him. So this is like this could seriously become a fuel mileage deal, and just see how this thing can play out. And I'm sure these guys know how far they can push it. Kevin Winker, he's still back in that 5th position, 1.7 seconds behind Riley. And who knows? He might be playing a fuel mileage game here. You know what? You know that there's opportunity for some really long green flag runs. And sometimes if you don't have the firepower to beat right up there, you have to kind of figure out a way to beat them some other way. And who knows if like say Hernandez or Bledsoe, if they get up there battling with Batby, if they start racing a little harder, that could affect their fuel mileage. And Winker, who knows, he may be trying to have it on cruise control here. We'll see how the race pans out. We'll give it another 10, 15, 20 laps here and see. I'm curious to see some green flag pit stops. Now, Hernandez, he pitted on lap 6, but that was because of the incident with the caution. And Winker, he also pitted on lap 6. I think now he came, I think we just saw Paul Bajanic tag the wall. And he's still racing along, though, so it looks like he's okay as Winker goes on by. But see, Winker, I don't believe he wasn't involved. He barely missed all of that when Brosker got into the wall, but he did pit on lap 6 under that caution, and that could be significant later on. He could have topped that tank off, so that's going to put him on a slightly different fuel window than the guys up front. Matthew Batby now getting a little bit of traction here, 3/10 ahead of Patrick Hernandez as they race along. Alan Bledsoe a little bit further back, and Riley Hoots hanging in there with him, not letting him get too far away from him. So it'll definitely be interesting to see how this plays out. We're on lap, we're on 34. And these two pairs of front runners. Let's see, as Brosker is still in the pits. It might have taken him a while to tow back to the pits. We got somebody else going in. That's Ryan Cruz. Green flag pit stop here on lap 34 for the 00. Making his way down pit road. This could possibly be a scheduled stop for him here as he makes his way down to his pit box. Let's see what kind of time Ryan gets here. Looks like to be a full service stop here. Tires and fuel for the 00. Left side's going on. Fuel going in. It feels like an eternity sometime on pit road. And you know what? I wonder if he has some slight damage, because I'm sure his fuel and tires are complete, but he is still on pit road. So that's turning into a bit of a long stop there for Cruz. As your leader there. Now, Matthew Batby kind of opened up about 3/4 of a second lead on Patrick Hernandez. Cruz is still on pit road. Very long pit stop for the 00. Riley Hoots and Alan Bledsoe, they've just been trading positions here and having a nice little battle here. Now, Riley in that 3rd position. Oh, and here comes Alan Bledsoe once again, racing up alongside him as they go down into turn 3. And they come off of 4. Riley Hoots, he will race past him once again, or at least try to anyway. And they're side by side going through turns 1 and 2. Alan Bledsoe, he's really fighting the number 5 there for that position. And I'm not sure if Cruz if he's going to come out, or is he decided to put it behind the wall or not. He might have been struggling. They never know. But he is still on pit road as well as James Brossiker. But they're not showing out of the race. these two continue to battle. Now they're about a car length between them. They're not all that far behind Patrick Hernandez, but he's a good 8/10 himself. Oh, there's Paul Bojanic making his way down pit road here on lap 39. And he's coming in, and a few more guys coming in. These two protagonists right here, Alan Bledsoe and Riley Hoots, making their way down pit road. So around lap 40, we did have some caution laps mixed in there, of course. So we'll see what these guys can do here. Unfortunately, Ryan Cruz, he's still on pit road. Paul Bojanic, he was in his box first. And I would imagine he's at 14.9 seconds. I see your leaders also coming in. And Bledsoe, he was the next one. Riley Hoots got in there a little crooked, but hopefully he didn't have to back up or anything. Looks like 14.3 for Bledsoe. Hoots was 14.6. Your leaders came in the very next lap, and they're hitting the marks almost identical. Boy, this will be interesting to see. Matthew Batby, Hernandez right behind him. Left side's going on for both cars, 14.7 and 14.8 for Hernandez, a 1/10 of a second. And he's almost matched paces with the leader. At the same time, who is that? Kelly Thomas is lighting them up, 14.4. That's a good stop for the number 28 on his way back out. Ryan Cruz remains on pit road. Brossiker, looks like Brossiker has put it behind the wall. So right now we've got Kevin Winker as your leader. Oh no, we got a message. I think this is from Brossiker. He forgot to turn on the fast repair, and it's like 30 minutes of fast repair. Oh no, man, that's tough news to hear from James. And I've been there. Anybody that races, that we've been there. Sometimes you're going and you gotta have that thing checked before you get back to pit road, because you never know. Sometimes when you have damage, you don't know how serious it is. You might roll the dice thinking that it's only optional repairs, but if it turns out to be required, then you're kind of screwed there. So, man, tough luck there for James Brossiker. So yeah, we continue to race along here. And now Winker is on pit road, lap 45. And you see the leader coming around. Well, that'll be Joe Nerton. And you see Winker, he loses positions as the guys go by. 14.5 seconds there for Winker. And he exits pit road. And there's Joe Nerton showing as your leader with Matthew Batby. He's way back. He's not too far back. He's about, how far back is he? About 19 seconds, I believe. There's Batby. There's Nerton on the other side of the track. And let's see. And Winker had just come out. And now Winker, he's showing one lap down, and there's Joe Nerton. Green flag pit stop for him. So that will hand off the lead once again to Matthew Batby. He makes his way down pit road. Here comes Matthew Batby out of 3 and 4. And he will assume the lead once again. As he crosses the line, Patrick Hernandez also going by. Now actually in that, now at second position. They cycle up as they all go past Joe Nerton, who's on pit road. Just now getting to his pit box. Right side's just going on. Now left side's going on. Tires and fuel. Hopefully he can just, and he lights it up. 14.4 seconds. Not bad for Joe Nerton as he gets back out on track. With Batby, he continues to race along. Now that gap is 3.3 seconds to Hernandez, with Alan Bledsoe in that third spot. So as they race along here, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. You're watching the Music City 200 here on Rice Motorsports TV. Today, BioTE is a leading innovator in precision and preventative healthcare. We have translated over 80 years of scientific insight into medical approaches that identify and address imbalances in the production of hormones that occur as the body ages. BioTE is poised as a leader in the health and wellness revolution by offering personalized hormone therapy and high-grade nutraceuticals to people who want to take charge of their health. This is accomplished through personalized and preventative healthcare, made possible with hormone optimization. For more information, scan the QR code on screen or check out the link in the description. Georgetown OBGYN provides complete women's care to the Central Texas area with a focus on patient comfort and satisfaction. Dr. Vincent Sherman, Dr. John Sherman, and Dr. Kelly Monteville look forward to providing you with the excellent care you deserve. They take pride in combining experience you can trust with the most innovative treatments. For more information, click the link in the description below. And we're back here with the BioTE Cup Series Music City 200 here on Rice Motorsports TV. Riding along here with Kevin Winker. And he's in that fourth position. Now he's 14 seconds behind your leader, Matthew Batby. And they all pitted. They all went a fairly good distance there. Let's take a look here, and we'll do that. Let's move the relative out of the way here. Let's look at the stint lane. Let's see how far these guys went. Batby, he went 40 laps. Hernandez went 34 because he did stop earlier under that caution along with Winker, and Winker only went 38 laps. Riley Hoots went 39. Kelly Thomas went 40 laps. And he's the only one. Both Kelly Thomas and Joe Norton both went 40 laps. They're the only other two to go as far as Matthew Batby, your race leader. So yeah, that's where we stand there. So Batby, another day at the office for the number 9 here tonight. He's coming up on Joe Norton there. Norton on the tail end of the lead lap in 7th. 8th is Paul Bajanic. He's 2 laps down, so that would put Joe Norton in the lucky dog position. And I tell you, man, when you sometimes when you have these small fields, you might as well just mentally get ready for a grueling race, because it's definitely, even though you don't want to have cautions, sometimes when you have those cautions, it gives you that little bit of a mental break for a minute or two as you roll around under caution, and hopefully not being caught up in the caution. But when you have these long green flag runs like this, and it's just non-stop. And a lot of times it also depends on the track. Some tracks, they will work you both mentally and physically just by the nature of their layout. And if it's a long green flag run, boy, I tell you, it definitely can make a difference there for sure. And Thomas, he's about 2 seconds behind. Well, that's Paul Bajanic that he's directly behind, but he's in 5th. Kevin Winker's in that 4th spot. Alan Bledsoe, he's about 2.3 seconds behind Patrick Hernandez. There's Patrick right there in the 19. And he's now 4.2 seconds behind Matthew Batby. Let's see, they all pit. Let's see, both Matthew Batby and Hernandez pitted on lap 40. Alan Bledsoe pitted on lap 39. Winker pitted on lap 44. And Kelly Thomas pitted on lap 40. So I dare say anywhere like 80, lap 80 or lap 79. So anywhere that I'd say window between 78 and 81, I would say you're going to start seeing more cars coming down on pit road, unless they've got something extra in the tank and they're just, because you know, sometimes when you're doing these long runs like this, you might pit when your data may tell you to pit, but you know, there sometimes you may roll the dice, say, okay, I think I can make it another lap. If you're close enough to, you know how when you do these green flag pit stops, the leader will cycle out of the lead and he has to wait for everyone else to pit. And if you're lucky enough to catch the, based on the number of laps and where you are in the race, if you catch it just right, who knows, you might just might be able to just win that numbers game and the timing of it all. So yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to see. There's our spotlight driver there, Riley Hoot, in that sixth position. And where is he right now? He's coming off of turn 4. And boy, he has Riley Hoots. He's got Matthew Batney behind him, less than 2.5 seconds behind him. That's that little dot. That's your race leader. Riley Hoot in danger of going a lap down. And so he's putting in some steady laps here. And let's look and see what their last lap times were. Batney did a 30.35, Hernandez 30.1, Bledsoe 30.3, almost equal to Batney, and Winker 30.2, Thomas 30.6, Riley Hoots 30.2, which is almost identical. I'm sorry, 30.28. Yeah, just a few hundredths slower than your race leader. So who knows? He may. I'm not going to just say it's inevitable, but who knows? He may prolong it, getting lapped, depending on how far they go. He might get saved by another green flag fuel stop. It just depends. Batney pitted on lap 40, and Hoots pitted on 39. So he did only go a lap. He went a lap less than Matthew Batney did in that last fuel run. Now this fuel run here will be a more representative indicator than that last one, because you know we had the caution. So under caution, obviously you saved a bit of fuel. So will they even go 40 laps this time around? Well, we'll see how this thing shakes out here. There's Hernandez, and let's put the gap back up there. Still 4.5 seconds back. Alan Bledsoe, now he's still in that third spot. Well, I know he's loving, being in that podium position. And that's actually where he started the race. So he hasn't gained, hasn't lost. And he was under a bit of a challenge there for a while with the Riley Hoots. But right now he's looking good in that third position. And he's I'd say about a straightaway behind the leader. And we're on lap 65. So we've gone, wow, that's hard to believe that we've gone 25 laps already. Since they pitted lap 39 and lap 40 and that's, but man, those laps really cranking out here. Lap 66 of 150. And there's Ryan Cruz. Cruz several laps down, but he continues to race on. One thing for sure, everybody that here tonight will benefit points-wise to the folks that aren't, and definitely going to be a change in the points, that's for sure. And I don't see, let's see, no one's really battling for a position right now. Matthew Batney, your leader, he's getting a little closer to Riley Hoots, 2.1 seconds now, but right about 2 seconds now the gap between him and Riley Hoots. I'm wondering, well, the lap time comparison, it won't show those two. It'll only show him and the car behind him. So even if we were to turn that on, that wouldn't exactly show us what we're looking for here. But we can still turn it on and look at it. And let's compare him and Hernandez. And Hernandez was quicker, laps 63, 64, and 65, but Batby was quicker on 66 and 67. And I think Hernandez just completed lap 68, and he's 0.3 slower there. So that, as you can see in the gap in the tower, the gap has grown to 5.2 seconds. Let's jump over to Patrick Hernandez and compare his times, him and Alan Bledsoe. Bledsoe running in that third position. Bledsoe has been slower than Hernandez every lap in the last 5 laps, except for lap 67. He was like 0.05 of a second quicker than the 19. Like I say, if we jump to Bledsoe, we'll see that graphic switch. And let's turn it so it shows him and Hernandez. You can see where Hernandez was quicker most of those laps there, except for that one. Let's see, now where's Riley Hoot? There he is, and this is a comparison between him and Thomas. Thomas has been slower each lap, so Riley's definitely keeping the number 28 behind him by several tenths of a second each lap. There's Joe Norton in that 7th position, in the lucky dog position. And Riley, see, where is your leader at? Matthew Batby, he's going down the, I think he's in turns 3 and 4 there. And Joe Norton's running 7th, so. Oh, and I think somebody just tagged the wall. I couldn't tell who that was. Was it Alan? Oh man, was it Alan Bledsoe? Not sure if that was Alan Bledsoe. It might have been. Let's take a look here and see. That might have been Alan, and let's roll it along here. I think he might have drifted up, and he got close. Yeah, he just did tag the wall. Wow, he went sailing through the grass. Holy moly, look at this. And he got right back up on the track and kept it rolling. I tell you, that was some good recovery there. And just hit that wall just enough to kick up some dust there and able to keep on going, not even really showing damage on the car, I don't believe. Yeah, the car's looking pretty good. Don't see any real damage there. Now lap 75, he continues to just soldier along here, enjoying might as well say 6 seconds, 5.9, 6-second gap between him and Patrick Hernandez. Top 3 looking pretty solid. But he's starting to, I think he's catching he's getting closer to Riley Hoots. Yeah, he's less than just under a second now. And so the number 5 is getting ever closer to losing a lap. And as we just went past the halfway point. And we got somebody coming down pit road. That's Kelly Thomas. Green flag pit stop here on lap 75. I think it was 76. They just started 77. Your leader did. Thomas making his way down pit road. That long trek down pit road, coming down to his pit box. And he hits right on the numbers. Tires and fuel for the 28. Left side's going on. 14.9 seconds for Kelly Thomas. He's down and away. Get past that end stripe there, and he lights it up, trying to get out as quickly as possible. As he makes his way out, Patrick Hernandez making his way in. Green flag pit stops underway. And Hernandez, this time he stops. I believe the last time he had stopped on the same lap as Batby. This time he's, he could be short pitting here. We'll never know. We'll see how things play out. Like I said, was definitely expecting a lot of green flag pit stops. That was 50 seconds flat. That was a little on the slow side. We've seen 14.5, 14.4 on the pit stops. So he's making his way out here now. And is Batby going to come in? No, he's not coming in yet, but Riley Hoots is. He's decided at the very last second. I mean, he was right there at the split. And he just did decide, we're going to come on down here and go ahead and get these tires and fuel and see how this thing shakes out here. Making his way down in his pit box. And Alan Bledsoe also coming in. He's making his way down. But the Hoots will be long gone before what is that? Now that's 15.1. And like I said, he'll be long gone before Allen is gone. Left side's going on for the 24. And he is done. Now that's a good pit stop, 14.3. That'll help the gap a little bit because Riley Hoots had gotten away from him. They're actually not battling for position anyway, and now they were earlier. They were running together, but so he is. He's actually went a lap down because of the flag pit stop, but I think he's going to make it back now because Batby. Well, I don't know if he's going to make it back or not because Batby is just exiting pit road, and where's Alan Bledsoe? Bledsoe is just now going into turn one. And so Batby, he's going to make it up to speed, and Bledsoe is on the tail end of the lead lap in the fifth position. So you see where your leader, Matthew's not your leader right now. It's Kevin Winker, who's on pit road, so it's about to cycle back up here. Now he's back in the lead, and Joe Norton there in that second position, but he's going to have to pit soon. So that will move Patrick Hernandez up. There's Riley Hoots shooting on past the 42 in the seventh position, and he's still a lap down. He couldn't get around there. He was too far back. Batby was able to pit and get back out and keep Hoots a lap down, unfortunately. So that Patrick Hernandez in the third spot. Where's Alan Bledsoe? He's a little bit further back in that fourth position. And he should cycle up to the third position once again once Joe Norton stops. Now Matthew Batby, that time, and boy, he was right on the money too. Batby, he went, the stint was the same as last time. He went 40 laps that time as well. And you see right there, he did 40 and 40. Hernandez did 34 and 37. So I wonder if he may have the ability to go a little further. We'll see what happens. He's in second place right now. But he matched Batby the first time. I thought he had matched. Maybe it was Joe Norton that had matched Batby. Joe Norton and Kelly Thomas. And this time Bledsoe was the one to go 40 laps. And so we'll see what happens. And let's see, Hernandez. Let's look at like say Bledsoe. He went 40 laps just like Batby did. And let's go ahead and get that off the screen there. Now Bledsoe, he's in that third spot. He pitted lap 79 right before Batby did on lap 80. And they both went 40 laps the last time around, the last fuel run. So, yeah, we'll see what happens there. So about lap 120, I would say, if they stick with their strategy, you know, their pit when they keep it the same there. Joe Nerton just coming off of pit road finally did stop there on lap 87 or 86, I believe. And let's see, and that puts him a lap down, but Riley Hoots did get ahead of him, and in fact, Riley Hoots is almost an entire lap ahead. So Hoots is still in that lucky dog position should they actually get a caution. So Hoots just outside the top 5. Kelly Thomas, he's got that 5th position. The Hoots is about, I'd say, good 4 seconds behind him, but he goes past Bojanic there, and who knows, he might get lapped before if Riley Hoots can catch him, but he might get lapped. Yeah, because there goes your leader, Matthew Batby, and that's not going to be good for Riley Hoots, because then that'll put Kelly Thomas in the lucky dog position. So now Matthew Batby puts another car down. Now we have 4 cars on the lead lap, lap 90 of 150. Kevin Winker in that 4th position. Winker about 18 seconds back from your leader, Matthew Batby. And he's got Alan Bledsoe that he's actually battling for position 6.6 seconds ahead. And Joe Nerton just went a lap down. Actually, it was Joe Nerton, he was already a lap down. He's 7 seconds behind, so, and then Batby's another 10 seconds after that. So right now he's got a pretty good cushion at the moment for staying on the lead lap. Let's look at their last lap times. Batby did a 29.5. Winker did a 29.49. So right now he's matching the leader's lap time. At least that last lap he did anyway. And maybe we'll stick with it here. I'm looking at the times in the timing tower and looking for them to update. I may have to click away from it. Oh yeah, they did change it. It was a 29.73 for Batby that time. And let's see what Winker, he's coming out of turn 4. Let's see if he's close to a 29.7 this time as he crosses the line. Last lap was a 29.6. And now 29.68. So yeah, he's doing just a tick more than matching Matthew Batby there. He's definitely trying to keep that gap the same, not lose any more position. Patrick Nandez 7.7 seconds behind Matthew Batby. And he's got a cushion between him and Alan Bledsoe, who's about 7-8 seconds behind him. They've got the number 2 of Paul Bojanic directly behind him, followed by the 24 Bledsoe. Oh, he got super close to that wall that time. And he pitted a bit earlier than Matthew Batby. He pitted on lap 77. In fact, he pitted before Bledsoe. He pitted lap 77. Bledsoe went in lap 79. Batby went in 80. Kevin Winker went in lap 81. So, like I said again, folks, hey, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. We know he's going to have to stop at least one more time. I would say somewhere around lap 20, and that would take everybody to the end of the race. It just kind of depends on how they cycle out here. 30 laps, yeah, there won't be opportunity for anybody to really pit. Everybody's definitely gone more than 30 laps. And so I don't see there'll be an opportunity for anybody to maybe jump Batby that way. The way the laps are cranking out here now. 97 in the books. Now Riley Hoots, he got past Kelly Thomas, so now he raced his way up into that lucky dog position. So at least he's in position, and Kelly Thomas, he's the only one that could battle with him for the lucky dog at the moment. Let's see, because he's they're the only two that are one lap down. Winker's doing a pretty good job at the moment of keeping keeping the gap between him and Batby relatively the same, about 19 seconds. And see, when the drivers and they're racing, I'm not sure if I don't know. It depends on how you got your relative set up, how many cars, and I don't know if he can see Batby at his relative and watch that gap and see whether it's growing or shrinking. He may be able to see him anyway, because let's see, because if you're racing along with like say if you're with Kevin Winker there, he's in 4th position. He's going he's coming out of turn 2. Leader just crossed the stripe, so yeah, he would in his relative, that would be the second car behind him in his relative, so he can definitely see the leader and see where he is, and I'm sure he's trying to gauge that gap there, trying to keep that gap the same. It's still around 19. I thought it was like 19.7 a little bit earlier. Now it's 19.9. So he's definitely keeping the pressure on. He's remaining consistent in those laps. Because Nashville Superspeedway, nice wide track. Kind of remind you of tracks like Kentucky and whatnot. Nice big wide tracks, a lot of room to race. Very easy to go 3 wide. And they've stopped a bat. He only stopped twice. And they had an additional 6 sets of tires, I believe. Was it? What was it? What did we say it was? It was they had additional 5 sets of tires. They had a total of 6, and so he's used 2 of them. So they all should have roughly 3 sets of Goodyears left, and they might only need 1 more set to get them to the end, unless something happens that bunches the field up, and everybody's going to, at that point, it's kind of good for everybody, because at that point everybody will just come on in and get fresh Goodyears if that situation were to arise. But and that gap is staying, okay, it's 9.7 for Hernandez behind Batby. The gap has grown a little bit more for Winker. Now it was 19, now it's 20.5. And I don't know if his tires are starting to fall off just a little bit or not. He might have hit a cliff there, and yeah, when you got a guy that's really setting a fast pace, you really, you discipline yourself, make yourself do everything that you have to do to keep those tires alive, and try to live in his world there, and keep those lap times matched with him without killing your own tires. And it seems like he's kind of he's sneaking up a little closer to that wall, and whether he's doing that on purpose or not, but he did get quite close that time, coming off of 4. So I definitely know this has got to be a long one for the drivers out there tonight. Alan Bledsoe, I know he's super happy to very good opportunity here to get another podium finish. He was ecstatic last week. And Winker behind him. The gap is steadily coming down. It's 6 seconds, and you can see it there in the relative. It is steadily coming down. It's coming down slowly, but it is coming down. And so we'll see. And I think we got somebody on pit road there, Paul Bajanic, here on lap 107, making his way down pit road. Sorry, he's now that he's in pit road, I can't see when it was the last time he pitted. And he hits his mark there, and let's see, tires and fuel for the number 2. He's down and away in 15 flat for Paul Bajanic on his way back out. The only one to come down so far. There's your leader. Bajanic, he was 6 laps down. He might lose another lap here. I think Batman's going to get him maybe before he can get up to speed. They're both on the backstretch there now. He does have fresher tires right there now though as well though. So I don't know. This could be interesting, folks, because we're at across the stripe here. It is lap 110. We're now 40 laps away. That's about as far as we've seen anybody go on a set of tires and fuel. So, and looks like they're pushing beyond that window. I don't think Batby's going to stop. If he pushes in another 3, 4, 5 laps. Oh, and he's not. He's coming in right now. It is right on the money. I mean, he is right down there. He is taking this thing right to the finish line. And who knows? It could be fuel. He might have had to pit right now. And now this one, remember what I was saying? Okay, Hernandez, he goes on by. So, lap 111, that's Batby. When he comes in, and Hernandez stayed out. Yeah, remember Hernandez, he short pitted last time, 2-3 laps, I believe. Was it 2 or 3 or 3 or 4 or something like that? That's right, he pitted on lap 77, so it was 3 laps sooner. And can he stretch this thing out? Might try to close that window, so when he does stop and pit, the Batby, he's already back out on track. Batby showing in the 5th position. Batby's going down the back stretch. Hernandez is where is Hernandez? He's actually right there behind him. So that's Matthew Batby right in front of him. But he is going to have to stop again. And Batby will be right on the, here he comes. Oh, I thought he was, no, he's coming off turn 2, my bad. And Batby most likely will take that all the way to the checkered flag. He doesn't have any big challenges. You know, he just has to wait for everything to cycle around. So right now it's just a matter of just letting everything cycle around, and he should, emphasize the word should, he should cycle back up to the top. And there was Riley Hoots there. Did a little dip there. I guess he was wondering, was he going to block low or high or whatever, but Batby goes on by. Hoots right now on the tail end of the lead lap. He's got your leader Hernandez right behind him now. Riley, he pitted on lap 78. A lap after Patrick Hernandez did, so he went a little further. But it's going to be so close to the end when these guys pit. Is only going to, who knows, maybe only 2-3 laps, and the gap will be so much. Once it cycles around, I'm thinking Batby may have a gap of what was it that he had? Was it 12 seconds or something like that? He may have such a gap that no one will be able to mount an attack, even if they pit and have slightly fresher tires. So the numbers are kind of favoring Matthew Batby at the moment. Hernandez, he continues to stay out. He is not pitted yet. He's coming around. Let's see, where is he right now? He's coming off of turn 4, and he continues on. He is stretching. And let's see, Batby is 21 seconds. The one thing I did not look at, let's look at Kelly Thomas here. Let's look at his pit stop delta. Now you see him down there on the pit stop ticker. The number in the bracket, that's his actual pit stop time when he's in the box. But the number next to his initials there, that's his total time on pit road, which is his pit stop delta. From pit entry to pit exit, and we'll see what the gap is, see what kind of pit stop he gets here. If it's a good, nice good one, 14.5 or something like that, and it's 15 exactly. So he's down and away, and he exits pit road, and it was 46.5 seconds. So that was his pit stop delta. So, and Hernandez, he's actually down on pit road himself, and getting tires and fuel. And he's now down to the 4th position. Let's see if his delta is like 46 seconds. He's down. Did he do like just a tire stop? Well, I'm sorry. I was looking at he is 45 points. Yeah, so he did 4 tires. I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong graphic there. So, and here comes Kevin Winker making his way down. Everything is cycling around here. Alan Bledsoe will be the next one to pit. And Winker's coming to his pit box, and Bledsoe is coming in right behind him. Tires and fuel for the 51, left side's going on. And that's a good stop, 14.4 for Kevin Winker, and he's on his way back out. And Bledsoe still now just getting to his pit box. It takes him, there's a little bit of a hesitation. He kind of stopped and then inched forward just to make sure he was in the box. That might cost him a little bit of time here. Left side's going on. Man, them left sides came on in a hurry. Down and away, 14.9. It was a little bit of a slower stop there for Bledsoe. But it was 44.9 was his pit stop delta. So that wasn't bad either, though. But now there's Batby, and Bledsoe is 3rd, but he might go a lap down, but he'll still be on the podium. He's got those fresh tires. He pitted on lap 110. I'm sorry, Batby pitted on lap 110. Bledsoe on 119. And now Bledsoe, he's trying to fight to stay on the lead lap if he can. His tires are 9 laps fresher than the number 9, and I don't see Matthew Batby battling with him too much, because that tire offset might be enough to the point where it's not worth it for him to put up a fight with the number 24 just to put him a lap down. Because you're looking at how the whole race has gone. We've had, 2-3 green flag runs here. Fuel runs, and this thing most likely will all the way to the finish here. The nice big wide track. Who is that? That is Joe Norton that they're maneuvering their way around now. And Batby, and the gap is even bigger now to Hernandez, 21 seconds. So he won't have to push. He can conserve fuel as much as he needs to, because he has a really nice cushion to work with. And so everything, the stars are aligning here for Matthew Batby. Patrick Hernandez, you see Patrick, he's on the just coming out of turn 4. I'm sorry, where is he coming off turn 2? And He's comfortably in that second position. Alan Bledsoe in the third spot. Kevin Winker, he's in that fourth position. He is a lap down now, though. And Winker, he pitted on lap 118. But there won't be any more green flag pit stops to cycle around. So they basically just, you know, they'll run out of laps before any other kind of strategy can be put into effect to try to go long or whatever, you know. And then our spotlight driver there, Riley Hoot, in the top 5, running 5th. And let's see, Hoots is 1 lap down. Kelly Thomas is a lap down, but Thomas is almost 3.5 seconds behind him. So he's got a fairly good cushion for that top 5 finish. And there he is, and there's Kelly Thomas right there. So he can see Riley Hoots up ahead of him with 23 laps remaining. And we got somebody, that's Paul Bojanic, coming down on pit road. That may be an unscheduled pit stop. He might just decide to just go ahead and get some tires, and no point in being out there if you can't and lose control of the car. And he's just getting through his pit box. He's not sure how many laps down. He's multiple laps down. Not a whole lot, really, but looks like, well, yeah, it looks like a 4-tire stop. And he'll definitely, that's 15.1 seconds, but he'll definitely make it to the finish line on that. There's Hernandez, he's going by. Alan Bledsoe is coming out of turn 4. Now 22 laps remaining. Matthew Batby, and let's see. How many cars are on the lead lap? It's the top 3. Alan Bledsoe, and Bledsoe was about 7 seconds ahead of Matthew Batby. So the top 3 may all finish the race on the lead lap. You never know. 21 laps to go, so we'll see. The gap, Bledsoe, he's 25 seconds behind the leader, and they're turning lap times of like 28. So we'll see what happens there. Let's see what kind of lap times, the last lap times he did. Batby did a 30.2, 29.9 for Hernandez. Bledsoe 29.6. So Bledsoe, he's trying to turn up the wick here a little bit and just try to stay ahead of Matthew Batby. You know, that's almost half a second quicker than your leader, so that's going to help his cause. Let's see when he gets there. That time when he crossed the line, that was a 29.6 as well. 30.4 for Batby. And his tires are, let's see, 119. Yeah, his tires are, he probably feels comfortable pushing them just a little bit more, just to stay on that lead lap position there. There's Kevin Winker in the lucky dog position, and he's in the 4th position, and Riley Hoots is on the other side of the track, so there's no danger of him losing that lucky dog position. There he is. There's Hoots right there coming across the lines right behind Patrick Hernandez. That gap was 20-some seconds. Now it's down to 17. And you can see it's still coming down with 17 laps to go. So Hernandez, he pitted on lap 117, and Batby pitted on lap 110. So his tires are about 7 laps fresher. And but man, he has such a deficit. 16 laps to go, and he's 17 seconds behind. He would have to gain a second a lap, and that's not going to happen. Not a whole second, I don't believe. I doubt that can happen. The leader just crossed the start-finish line. He's about half a lap behind right now, with 15 to go, and I mean he's turning good laps there and stuff. Let's see what his latest lap time will be as he crosses the line. 30.02, and Batby's a 30.46. So he's only doing maybe not quite half a second a lap, a bit less actually, maybe 0.4 of a second per lap. So that might shave a few seconds off when we get down to the end of it. Maybe he may be down to maybe 14-second gap perhaps, but looking very good for Matthew Batby there with 14 to go. He goes through turns 3 and 4. There's Kevin Winker still in that lucky dog position, trying to see if he can get back on the lead lap. He's close to it here. Might actually, and he goes down on the inside. Again, Batby has no reason to really fight him for it. So Kevin Winker now gets himself up on the tail end of the lead lap, just ahead of your leader. Question now, can he keep that pace up? Is Batby? I don't think Batby is pushing as hard as he needs to push, or he can push, I should say. And whether Winker was a lap down or not, he's still in the 4th position. He'd get the same amount of points. So it really doesn't matter to Matthew Batby whether Winker got past him or not. So, and it looks like Batby's kind of rolling out of it just a little bit here. And as long as the 51 isn't hindering his pace, because that gap now is 50.2 seconds, 12 to go. And I was guessing that it may come down to about maybe 14 for Hernandez by the time they get the checkered flag. So he might gain another second on the number 9 here, but that's still a huge deficit, 9 seconds. And you would most definitely need a caution to have any chance to do anything. But Batby, he's really strong even on the restarts. We've seen that plenty of times. He really knows how to get the power down and get that car up to speed. And just does a great job with it. There's Alan Bledsoe in that 3rd position, and so he's 19 seconds behind, and he's in the 3rd spot. Let's see, your leader just came out of turn 4, and Alan's coming out of turn 2. So he's a little more than a straightaway ahead of the leader. He's going into 3, and your leader's coming out of turn 2. So yeah, he's got a nice, comfortable gap as far as staying on the lead lap. And not worrying about getting 9 laps to go. He should be okay. And nobody around him is on the same lap. Nobody's on the lead lap that's around him in front or behind. So, looks like it could be another podium for Alan Bledsoe. We're riding along with Patrick Hernandez. That gap 14.49 seconds. Now you don't want to. I mean, you can always say you never ever know what's going to happen. Something crazy could happen. Somebody could spin out and catch a caution. Oh no! The thing I was going to say is I just hope Patrick isn't killing his tires trying to catch Batby. He just did go up there and brush the wall. Now he's in the 2nd position. He's coming down the start-finish line, and now he's doing that. And Alan Bledsoe isn't all that far behind with 7 laps to go. You don't want your tires to hit a cliff now, and the guy that's in third position behind you, right, roughly 6 seconds behind you, you know, and so yeah, that maybe about like 4 seconds now almost, and so there's Alan Bledsoe, and there's Patrick Hernandez just crossing the stripe, and Bledsoe now crossing the stripe. So 6 seconds ago, I don't know. I tell you, if he sees him, if he sees the number 19, he might start thinking, I might just, can I even get up there? Can I get close enough to try? And you can see on the relative there, the gap is coming down, but it's not coming down super quick. Not coming down super quick. And right now, even with Riley Hoots in front of him, it's 3.6. Riley is kind of holding his gap between himself, really. It's coming out 3.5. But it's taking too long, you know, with the number of laps that are left. Now 5 laps to go. And Allen's got a good opportunity, and those 2 cars up ahead, that was Hernandez and Riley Hoots, and so he's got a good opportunity there. There he is, and there's Riley Hoots, not battling for position with Patrick Hernandez, but I think Hernandez now, he's probably trying to just hold on and get to the finish line once that car starts going, and or those tires start going. You got to make sure that that you're not killing them, and don't completely kill. And there he goes again. Got a little out of shape once again. See that car behind Riley Hoots? You just saw him tag the wall again. We have 3 to go, and I wonder if his tires are really going. Because look at Alan Bledsoe in the background there. Now there is nobody between second and third place here in just under 3 seconds, and look at the gap. It's coming down. It's 2 laps to go. There's Batby coming down the back straight. He's going to get the white flag next time. There's Hernandez, and there's Alan Bledsoe. I think if he had maybe another 2 laps, he might catch Hernandez, but I don't know. Coming off of turn 4, Matthew Batby coming to the white flag. 1 more lap for him. Hernandez is going into turn 3. Bledsoe, look at how close he's getting there. 2.5 seconds between him and Patrick Hernandez. I don't think it's going to be he's going to run out of time. There's your leader, Matthew Batby. Now he's making his way into turns 3 and 4. Coming out of turn 4, cruising to that checkered flag. It's a win here for Matthew Batby at the Music City 200. Hernandez, he does hold on for that 2nd spot, and there goes Alan Bledsoe with his 2nd podium of the season. But Matthew Batby is your winner here tonight. Good run there for Matthew Batby, and it's time for him to light them up. While he's doing that, we're going to go ahead and grab the guys and get them up into the booth there. There's Alan, we'll put him up there. And let's see, there's Matthew, put him up there, and got to go find Patrick. Where's Patrick at? Thought I saw it. There he is. And we'll put Patrick up there as well. And we got the guys down there. Let's go ahead and let's go on down there with them. Okay, folks, we're down here in Victory Lane with your top 3. Matthew Batby, Patrick Hernandez, and Alan Bledsoe. Hey, Matthew, you got a copy. Man, I tell you, man, another day at the office, man. Congratulations on that win. 10-4, man. Anybody you want to give a shout out to? 10-4, man. Well, congratulations again, man. We'll let you go celebrate. Yeah. And hey, that's it, buddy. Hey, Patrick, you got a copy? Man, I tell you, man, good race, man. You tried to hang in there with him. What? Were you watching the 24 and your relative towards the end there? It looked like maybe the tires are getting away from you there a little bit. And was there any anxious moments there at all for you? Ten four, man. Well, I congratulate you. Anybody want to give a shout out to? Ten. 10-4, man. And hold on a second. Don't go nowhere, because I am looking. I was listening to to you talking there, and oh shoot, something. I don't think the audience could hear you at all, and so I think I just fixed it, and we've been having some audio issues. And say hi to the audience again. I want to see if I make sure that they can hear you.
What's up, people?
Because I think because there's a little bit of there's like 7 or 8 second delay, between when you say something and then when they actually hear it on the broadcast and stuff. But I think we got it now.
Awesome.
Because there's a little bit of because we're gonna have to work on that, and I might try to go grab Matthew. Also, I think he might have left though. And,
no, he's still down there.
He is? Okay, cool. And but yeah, we'll try that. I'll go ahead and jump over to Alan and continue to monitor this. But congratulations on that second place again, man. We'll see you next week.
See you, Tony.
All right,
see you
man.
next week.
Hey, Alan, you got a copy?
I got a copy, Tony. That's I don't know if you can hear me. Can they hear me?
I'm listening. I'm still listening. Yeah. Because it's like I said, it's such a delay. I had to listen and see if the sound was coming through. But yeah, they got you. Congratulations on that third, man.
Hey, that's what 3? Is that 3 podium finishes straight?
Is it 3? Or I thought it was your second one. Is it 3?
Not including the All-Star race.
Oh,
because
okay.
Not a points event.
Right,
Yeah, I got
okay.
dead last in the All-Star race, but yeah, I think that's 3 straight points events.
Yeah, man, I tell you, that's a good role to be on, isn't it?
Yeah, you're telling me. And this time, I really feel like I actually deserved it, because we had such a good excuse me while I rephrase my sentence. We had such just one caution, and it came early on, so that long green flag run made it really feel like you had to be on your game for the entire race. And this 24 car was bad fast, man. I loved it. And guess what? I actually brought the right paint scheme this time.
I was about to say that. I was like, when I first saw that, when you first entered the session earlier, I was like, yeah, I knew he was going to make sure he run that right, that 24 that he wanted to run.
Yeah. I decided to run the car that I wanted to run last week.
Right.
This is such a nice paint scheme.
Oh,
man.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, absolutely. But anybody else you want to give a shout out to?
I want to I want to give a shout out. I can't talk today. I am sorry, man. I want to give another shout out to my dad, to American Tire Distributors, tirebuyer.com. If you need your tires, go there, get your tires at tirebuyer.com. We can send them to either your home address, and you can pick out the shop for yourself, or we can send them to the shop of your choice. You decide. And everybody who watches your streams, I want to give a shout out to all you to your audience, because they're the reason that you get to keep doing this, man. And if we didn't have any viewership, I don't know. I don't know how much more you would do, but I certainly wouldn't have the. I would not want to keep doing it if I wasn't getting any views. So
Well, it's also a thing of the same way you like racing, and I know I've raced for years myself, but ever since I got into the broadcasting, I love it. And of course, you want to have viewers and everything, but you love what you're doing. Same way you're not going to stop racing, and I'm definitely not going to stop broadcasting.
Oh yeah.
And then that's the thing that I when I tell folks, just hit that like button, because it helps everybody. It helps the channel. It helps the league, because the more likes you get, the YouTube algorithm can do its thing, and it gets more eyeballs on the broadcast. And so it really does help just by hitting that like button. It'd be great if you subscribe as well, but hit that like button. That really helps to support the league and the channel. So yeah,
and don't forget to ding that bell so you get notifications whenever Tony goes live.
Oh yeah, we'll be broadcasting in the next come February. We'll be broadcasting Monday through Friday, and right now we have Wednesdays off, but we got another league kicking off on Wednesdays, and that'll be a big one. And but yeah, just subscribe to the channel, like Alan just said, and click those notifications. You'll always know. But yeah, man, I'm gonna let you go celebrate, and now we maybe shoot for number 4. I guess you're getting used to being up on these podiums.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. But yeah, I'll talk to you later, Tony. I'll hopefully see you next week.
10-4, buddy. Take it easy now.
See ya.
And we're going to grab Matthew back up here for a second, see if he's still in there. Hey, Matthew, it's Tony. You got a copy?
Maybe. I do, Tony.
Yeah, we were having audio issues earlier, and your voice wasn't coming through, and we didn't want the race winner to not be heard, at the end of the race and everything. So just congratulations again on your win there tonight, buddy.
Yeah, thank you. It was a good race. That caution, we kind of pulled away from it. So yeah.
So now we I think, where are we headed next? I forgot where we're headed next. I'm gonna cheat here in a minute.
I think it's Michigan.
Is it Michigan? Sure. Yeah. So that's another nice big wide. These big wide tracks. You like these type of tracks?
Yeah, they're okay. It's like a plate race sometimes. I remember we had another league race with these cars at Michigan, and it was like Talladega. So hopefully we can stay out of some wrecks and maybe pull out the win.
Absolutely, man. Well, good luck next week, and we'll see you later.
Yep. See you later, Tony.
Okay, buddy. Okay, folks. Well, that will do it. And I tell you, you never know how these races are going to end. So you always got to hang around until the end, because you just never know what's going to happen. And let's go ahead and let's bring up the race results here. Get those up on the screen and have Matthew Bappy, your winner. Patrick Hernandez in the second position. Alan Bledsoe third. Kevin Winker fourth. Riley Hoot in the fifth position. Kelly Thomas sixth. Joe Nerton seventh. Paul Bajanic eighth. Ryan Cruz ninth. And James Brosker in the 10th spot. And so don't forget to join us. Like Matthew said, we will be at Michigan for the RMS TV 200. And definitely won't want to miss that. And so we'll be getting ready for that. So for all of us here at Rice Motorsports TV, we want to wish you a pleasant evening.